What is going on, everyone? It's Body by Natalie. I'm coming at you today from my house because we're still in quarantine, still stuck at home. And I'm doing a YouTube video for y'all. And I'm gonna be talking about how to transfer into maintenance for fat loss. Diet breaks, refeeds, how to structure them, what are they for, what do they do? And at the end of the video, I'm gonna kind of give a little update about my own diet over the past few weeks since we've been stuck at home, because it's been a while since I updated y'all. So when we diet, our body goes into something called the self-defense system. So when we diet, an energy gap is created that activates this self-defense system in our body. And what that does is, as we diet and as we lose weight, our metabolism drops, our BMR decreases, we lose lean body mass and fat mass, and our hormones change. So our leptin decreases and our ghrelin increases. What that means is you're just gonna get hungrier. And that's really the body's self-defense system. As you're losing weight, as you're dieting, that's its way of kind of having you not diet and try to hold on to as much weight as it can, because your body doesn't wanna lose weight. You can be stuck at a body fat set point where your body is most comfortable, and when you lose weight or gain weight, your body's gonna do what it can to get back to that set point. Diet breaks, refeeds, and maintenance are gonna be three key things in order to offset some of those adaptations that you get from dieting and from losing weight. The first thing we're going to talk about are refeeds, and they are controlled periods of time where you are eating out of a deficit. And studies show that at least 2 consecutive days of refeeds are needed to get these benefits to offset that self-defense system. But your weekly calorie deficit is going to be the most important, whether you do refeeds or not, for fat loss. Going more into why you would maybe want to do a refeed, if it's hard for you to stick to a diet for a full week, or continuous weeks of dieting, and you would prefer maybe 5 low calorie days and 2 high calorie days during your week to plan for meals, events, just to save your calories for a certain day or the weekend, it can help you adhere to your deficit better. Now, I don't know about you, but I love flexibility in my diet. I love, having the weekends where I can eat a little bit more. So you can have these high, low calorie days during or throughout the week and plan them however you need to and whatever you prefer. But again, the weekly calorie deficit is gonna be the most important. Now, what I wouldn't recommend is starving yourself throughout the week so you can have an entire binge fest or binge day on the weekend, because that is how yo-yo dieting may develop, disordered eating patterns. You may plan to have a high calorie day because you starved yourself, but you run the risk of overeating or slipping up. So I really wouldn't recommend having a refeed day that's more than double your deficit. So for example, if your normal calorie deficit is 1,600 a day, then I wouldn't have a refeed day that's more than 2,400. Another thing I want to say about refeeds, and this goes for diet breaks as well, is everyone responds differently. Some people have refeeds or diet breaks and they hold on to every single calorie that they eat, and then they spend the next week trying to just burn off that weight. Or some people enter a refeed or a diet break and they were at a standstill with their fat loss, and then after the break, they started losing weight again. Some people feel hungrier on those days, some people feel less hungrier, so it really just depends on you, and the best thing I can tell you to do is just try it out. The way to set up a refeed, and this is gonna be true for diet breaks as well, is you want to find your maintenance calories. And if you go to my Instagram, Body by Natalie, there are plenty of videos and posts on how to find your maintenance calories. So you want to do that first. Since you're eating more calories, you can actually decrease your protein intake, because more calories are protein sparing. The equation for a high protein diet is 1.6 times your body weight in kilograms. For a low protein diet, it's going to be less than that. So let's say, for example, I'm going to get my calculator out here. Let's say you weigh 180 pounds. 180 pounds in kilograms is 81.8. You do 81.8 kilograms times 1.6. That's 130 grams of protein that you want to eat in a deficit. Now, when you're in a refeed or diet break, it can be less than that. It can be maybe 100 or 115. Fats can be maintained or increased. It's entirely up to you, but studies show that there may be small benefits to increasing your carbs over fats. Carbs definitely increased. So to recap, find your maintenance calories, set your protein intake, find your calories from protein, subtract that calorie amount from your total calories to find your calories from carbs and fats. Fats stay the same, and then the rest of your calories are filled with carbs. I have full videos on how to do that step by step exactly, so just search for them on my YouTube or my Instagram. Once you find your maintenance for 2 days and your macros for those 2 days, you can find how many calories you want your low days to be. Let's say, using the prior example, your calorie deficit is 1,600 a day. 1,600 times 7 is 11,200 calories. Let's say 2,100 is your maintenance calories after you calculated it out. So 2,100 times 2 days is 4,200. You do your total weekly calories, the 11,200, minus the 4,200, that's 7,000 calories. That's gonna make up the rest of the week, the rest of the 5 days. So you do 7,000 divided by 5, and your calorie goal is now gonna be 1,400. So you're gonna be eating 1,400 calories Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, you can have 2,100 calories. Let's talk about diet breaks, because I am a huge fan of diet breaks. I implement them for myself. I implement them for my clients in Body by Natalie, and they're a great way to break up continuously dieting and increase adherence and sustainability, just like refeeds. But diet breaks are gonna be a little bit longer, 1 to 2 weeks at maintenance instead of just 2 days. Studies show that diet breaks can have you actually losing more weight in the long term and keep your metabolism higher than continuously dieting, but the drawback is it will take a little bit longer, sometimes even double the amount if you were to just continuously diet. That could also be a good thing, especially if you have a hard time dieting, if your calories are super low. It can really help you lose weight while having flexibility still in your diet, because I know how much it sucks to just do 12 weeks of continuously dieting. That can be a full week or 2 where you're at maintenance, at those higher calories. So then after the diet break, you can go right back into your deficit and maybe even keep losing weight if you were plateaued, or lose even more weight. When you're in your diet break, you're not losing weight, or it's not meant for you to lose weight. You might still lose weight, but it's not meant for that. It's meant to maintain your weight. So you're only losing weight during your deficit periods, which is why it takes a little bit longer just for overall total body loss. But at the end of it, you're gonna have a higher lean body mass, a better body composition, your metabolism is gonna be higher, your calories are gonna be higher, you're gonna be able to adhere and sustain your diet longer and better if you incorporate these diet breaks. How to set it up is entirely up to you. Some people do 2 weeks deficit, 1 week break, 2 weeks deficit, 2 week break, 3 week deficit, 1 week break. The one thing I wanna point out is as you figure out your maintenance calories every time, it's gonna be different, because remember, as you diet, as you lose weight, your BMR and your metabolism is going to decrease. How to set up those diet breaks is exactly like the refeeds. Recalculate your maintenance, decrease your protein, increase your carbs. Fats can be increased or stayed the same. Now I wanna talk about my own diet for the past few weeks. We've been in quarantine now for over a month. That's insane. The last time I set foot in a gym was March 16th. And today is April 23rd. So it's been over a month since I haven't hit a gym. I haven't even touched a dumbbell. I've been using the same one red fucking band for every workout that I do. And it's hard. It's hard mentally and physically to wrap your head around a whole new routine. And it might take you a week or 2 or 3, to establish those habits and get used to your routine. And that's totally fine. I'm definitely up a couple pounds. I've definitely been eating at maintenance, if not more, because there's no way I could stick to a diet during this time with snacks and cookies and chips and whatever else the fuck is in my kitchen. I'm at maintenance, and I've been at maintenance this whole month or more, like I said. And in the past, that totally would have like wreaked havoc on my mindset and my progress and my actions. The more you practice just thinking of your body and the number of the scale as just data, and understanding that the weight you may gain, no matter what the time is, during quarantine if you gained a little bit of weight, or during phases of your life where you're stressed, a career change, relationship issues, if you're gaining weight or losing weight because of that, the best thing you can do is try to do the best you can do. Try to do your absolute best to stay sane. Realize that everyone is affected by this. It's not just you, and you shouldn't feel so hard on yourself and beat yourself up for what you aren't or are not doing. If you do want to still have some sort of control over everything, start implementing diet breaks. Like, if this is the time where you need to have a diet break, go ahead and set it up for yourself. Stay in maintenance for a while. Try to just maintain where you're at and make progress in other ways. And then once this is all over and the situation is a little better for you and more comfortable for you, then you can try to start fat loss again if that's your goal. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If it was, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. All the links to follow me and connect with me are below in the description, so go check those out. Subscribe so you don't miss out on any other videos, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.